Good evening, this is Dolores Talasi with the New Dawn FM News in English. First, the headlines. Communication, a major problem during the state of emergency. Bougainvilleans request reports of the funds released for awareness purposes. Matthew apologized to his people. Wisai chief suggests assistance. Appeal for people in South Bougainville to free up their customary lands, and Boubaké constituency COVID-19 awareness team starts awareness program. Now the news in detail. The Bougainville Deputy Controller Thomas Rivet declared today during the state of emergency updates that communications amongst the task force team is a major problem, especially with the team sent out for border surveillances. Deputy Controller said they had been sending teams out to patrol the borders of Bougainville, but the information that they were getting from them were 24 and 48 hours late, which is not valid. He said this is a major concern that needs to be fixed immediately, in which a responsible government ministry has to consider. Colonel Rivet said there might be a plan in extending the network coverage into the atolls and other remote areas, but for the time being they need simple devices like satellite phones for effective communication. Bougainvilleans are now requesting for the financial reports from the electorate members who had been allocated 50,000 kina each to run awareness of COVID-19 in their electorates. On behalf of the people, Patrick Eromate took a move to address their concern to the public through radio. Mr. Eromate said the people of Bougainville have the right to be informed of how the money has been spent. He said, by observation, some of the members are not doing what is expected of them, and the people are curious and demand that they provide financial reports about those funds. He said the people are concerned on the sort of information that a member could possibly disseminate about the COVID-19, as they are not medical experts. Mr. Eromate said people are raising this concern because the government money, which is the people's money, has landed on the wrong hands with the wrong purpose. Therefore, he said the people are now requesting for financial report to make sure that the money has been spent wisely. The ABG member for Konno and Minister for Police and Internal Securities, Willie Matthew, last Saturday apologized to his people for going through the sufferings due to their vote in the November 2019 referendum. He said he was the one who campaigned strongly for his people to vote in the referendum, despite Mekamui faction in the area who did not want the people to vote. Minister Matthew said that what they did was to contribute to the overall Bougainvilleans' wish for freedom, and that they did well. He said that as their member, he wants the other opposing factions to forget their differences and come together for the overall good of Konno and Bougainville as a whole. The minister made these comments at the Mailai reconciliation between the minister and the people living at the Mailai Care Center last Saturday. A Wisai chief and a retired missionary, Solomon Asing, has appealed to all the community government leaders in Konno constituency and their people to come together in unity and assist those in the care center with food. Speaking at the Mailai reconciliation last Saturday, Mr. Asing said the Konno communities must be the first to help their own people with garden food instead of looking at the government. He said rather than expecting the government to do everything for the displaced people, the people of Konno should also assist with donation of garden food. Mr. Asing said he was emotionally moved to see fellow Konno people living in the care center when people in other constituencies have moved on with life after the Bougainville conflict. Government leaders, the police, community chiefs and people came as far as Wisai, as well as Buin and nearby communities to witness the ceremony. You are listening to the New Dawn FM News. Member for South Bougainville and Minister for Information, Communication and Technology, Honorable Timothy Massieu, has appealed to the people in South Bougainville to free up their customary lands for developments to take place. The minister said South Bougainville does not have much land that belongs to the government and urged that the people open up their customary lands to allow for developments to be made. Honorable Massieu said it is important that the customary lands are freed up not just for development to take place in South Bougainville, but Bougainville as a whole. He said Bougainville is heading to become a new independent nation and it needs land for the investments and developments to be established. The Boubaké constituency in Buin, South Bougainville, has started its intensive awareness program yesterday morning at Nakore village. According to the team leader, Dr. Joseph Mautu, the awareness program conducted by the Boubaké constituency COVID-19 team was very successful. The awareness that was supposed to be conducted at Konauro village later that day was postponed due to a funeral. Dr. Mautu said the team will be conducting the awareness at Moro and Maovak ward today and go back to Konauro at a later date. This has been the New Dawn FM News in English. You can also see our news on www.bougainvillenews.com, www.bougainville.typepad.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also listen to us on New Dawn FM YouTube page. On behalf of the news team, I am Dolores Talassi. You have a pleasant evening.